All right, it's that time of the week again. We're here for the Insiders Room NASCAR Report. I'm joined once again by Rye Cape, as always. How you doing, Rye?
I'm wonderful. No complaints. We had a great week last week. I'm ready to get at this Richmond race.
All right. Well, we got a couple of special guests this week. First of all, call in. He's last year. He's made a few shows. I'm happy to have him back here. We got Johnny from Johnny on the Track. How you doing, Johnny?
What's going on, fellas? Good to be back. Like Rye Cape said, just ready for Richmond. Hopefully, we win some good stuff here this week. I feel like we've all got a good feeling. I heard Rye Cape pre-show, spouting out some picks. So I feel like we're going to be on the same page here, and I feel like we've got a good Sunday coming in front of us. So I'm excited.
Good. Yeah, I know you were on last year, but in case we get get some new people on here, people that might have forgot. What do you got going? I know you do a lot with NASCAR. What do you got going on? And you want to tell the people what you got going on and where they can find you if they want to check you out. Go ahead, take some time.
So Twitter, X is where you can find most of my stuff. Any of my hot takes as well as my bets at JOTT. Underscore podcast on Twitter or X, whatever the heck you're calling that thing nowadays. Johnny on the Track is the YouTube channel. Tuesday nights is when my show goes live, usually around 7:30. You'll see the show posted up there. Again, just Cup Series bets we do every Tuesday night to get you prepped for the big week. And then Action Network, you can find me, Johnny on the Track, on Action Network. And I run what I like to say is one heck of a fantasy league. Rye Cape knows it well. He's doing pretty well. I feel like you're in third place up there right now, well in the money. So it's a lot of fun. It's a one-and-done league. I think we've got close to 60 people in it, which is awesome because it's only the second year. So, if you follow me on Twitter, you can continue to keep an eye out for that league. We've got some big players there, and it's a hell of a lot of fun for sure.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds really good. Yeah, I know you mentioned a lot on this show, or when people are talking about different things. I know Rye brings you up. Roy mentioned you before. So yeah, lots of good stuff there. People check him out. If you like NASCAR, if you like racing, he's got a lot of good stuff there. The next guy really doesn't need any introduction, as he's been on many times. He's got to fill in, the redneck quotient of our diversity training program here. It's the one and only Rory Picks. How you doing, Rory?
Oh man, I'm doing awesome. Coming off a winning week, took down the Mini Max on DraftKings. Got a little Bowman top 5 plus 750. Hit one of the FanDuel plus 850 specials with Reddick, Chastain, and Bowman, I think.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty decent little weekend. Got my new rattlesnake boots from this weekend, so we're doing damn good over here. Got to fit the part.
Yeah, that for whatever reason that doesn't surprise me one bit. one bit. But
I always like coming on here. Ryan's like, "You coming on?" I'm like, "Let me text the old lady real quick, make sure I ain't missed nothing in the schedule." Here I am.
So all right, so again, just to fill people in, if you want to let them know what you got going on, where they can find you if they want to check you out.
Everyone can find me listening to Laying Coin on X as at Rory Picks, Instagram, TikTok. I need to start pumping out some more TikTok videos. I need to find some more time in my life. Something interesting. No Loop Data Discord. You can check us out over there. We put a few plays out in the public section where everybody can see, and the rest of the plays are in the paid portion.
All right. Sounds good. Now, this is what I always like to, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I think this is a good week to do a little recap of last week's race. So how'd you guys do last week?
Every week has been a good week to do a recap so far this season. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I hit William Byron at the outright. We got him after practice and qualifying, so that was plus 500. Then we got Bowman at plus 650 for top 5. So yeah, good day.
All right. So how'd you do, Rory?
I did awesome. Put out last week when I was on, we cashed that was it KFB over
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin matchup. That was a good one. I knew that was going to be easy money. I thought it was going to be. Then Christopher Bell decided to spin Kyle Busch, and luckily he gathered it up, finished it off with a top 10, and came through. Was a little disappointed in Red Dog. I think I was a little bit more confident in him than I should have been. So going forward on road courses, I think I'm just going to sit and wait till after. I mean, I got those awesome ass numbers on Bowman and that FD little special thing that they had afterwards at a lot better number than it was pre. So I'll take it.
All right. So I know you weren't on here last week, Johnny, but how'd you do last week? If you want to tell us.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked, quite
That's
frankly,
fine.
on
There you go.
hard. And I exactly though what Rory said. At this point with road courses, just wait after qualifying. I saw a number. I got 1,400. Kyle Larson at after practice and qualifying. And honestly, early in that race, I felt pretty freaking good because he was kind of making his way up there. I actually think he might have had something for Willie B at the end. But he had the issue, and yeah, got spun out by Bell. Bell, one of my favorite drivers, but he was a wrecking ball last week.
True story. I killed him for you. I took him live at 20 and at 16, and then he spins.
I would have rather had him win too. I'll take what I could get.
Yeah. All right.
So this a good season so far, so can't complain.
Oh, good. So this week we're at the Toyota Owners 400. This is at Richmond Raceway. So as usually, we start this out with a track facts with Ry K. Pierce. Or Ry, what do you got first for the Richmond?
Yeah, I guess it's fitting that it's called the Toyota Owners 400. But yeah, we're at Richmond International Raceway in Richmond, Virginia. This is race number 7 to 36. We're going to be doing 300 miles, which is 400 laps. Flat short track, half-mile oval, 14-degree banking. We should see some tire wear. I expect a good race. As I said, Toyotas are favorite. I think this is going to be a chalky race.
All right. And usually follow this up with trans, but as you see, Joey's not here. He's got to perform some wifely duties around the house.
He's playing Cinderella.
Yeah, he's got to do some wifely duties around the house tonight, as the Outlaws are coming over for the weekend. So he's got to take care of some things. So here I'm going to turn this over as I usually do at this point to let the guys that know what they're talking about when it comes to NASCAR take over. We're going to have a little Richmond talk here with these guys. They're going to talk about some drivers, things they like. We'll come back with a little fantasy minute, let them talk about how they're doing in fantasy, and then best bets, and then we'll let the guys close out the show once again with what they're doing and where you can find them. So, Ryan, I'm going to turn this over to you, our resident expert here, and have at it.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start with the favorites, which are Toyota, JGR in particular. There are 2 guys here I really like. First one is Denny Hamlin. This is his home track. He has 4 wins here at Richmond, 18 top 5s and 34 starts. That's a 52.9 percentage. He does have an average finish of 8.5. 5 of his last 8 Richmond starts, we've seen him finish in the top 3. He's led at least 5 laps in 7 consecutive races here. And he dominated Bristol too. I think he's going to do well. I kind of feel like he is going to qualify good too. So I don't know if I want to take him beforehand or wait a bit, but I do think this number goes down.
Yeah, I can see it going at 350. unless we get a halfway, just half-ass practice, he qualifies in the back like he does sometimes. I would much rather him do that because I have full confidence in taking him at a bigger number, but that's wishful thinking. They're probably not going to come off of it much as dominant as he's been here in the next gen.
Yeah, no, you guys are spot on. He's been a machine. I'm kind of all over Toyota this week. I like even those 2311 cars, which we saw bad fast the last time we were here. I'm seeing Bubba Wallace right now at some books at like 55-1. Maybe it's been bet down in some places, but I think Bubba, like, to me, I said this on my show, this is like probably the first time this year that I really think Bubba is going to have a good shot to really win. We'll see it a couple more times. Obviously, Kansas is one you circle. But I think Bubba is going to have a really good car, and I actually got a good chance to win. And when you see 55 or right around 50-1 before on a Toyota car at a short flat, it's kind of like, whoa. You know what I mean?
So he ran well here in the summer last year,
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good price too. I don't really look at either of the 2311 guys, Reddick either. Yeah, that might be one I look at. Bubba Wallace sounds good to me.
Stuff to get out of the way.
I'm on the other one.
You're on Reddick?
I'm on Red Dog. Yeah, plus 1600, 365. Yeah, we talked about it last night. Took it after I said something to Highline about it, and I guess he doesn't like me. Then once Mark says something about it, then okay, yeah, let's take it. All right, yeah, let's get it. Oh well, yeah. I mean, I don't mind Bubba. I just feel like there's other tracks that I would rather have him to win on. Now his top 5 price this week is huge as far as want to sprinkle on that. And who knows, he might get up there and win it. He's really let me down early part of this year. I'm kind of off the Bubba train until 1.5 miles.
Fair. I mean,
yeah,
fair.
he's had some rough races.
Yeah.
Especially when he was supposed to do good. I don't know. I'll probably have him on my card though. So another guy I like from the JGR camp is Christopher Bell. From spring of 2021 last year, he put up a streak of 5 consecutive Richmond finishes of 6 or better, 4 top 5s. He was second place in 2022 this summer. Last summer he didn't do well, but he does have a win at Phoenix, runner-up at Coda. That's what he did in the past 3 weeks. He led at least 10 laps in 3 of the last 5 at Richmond, so he gets to the front. He hasn't qualified well in the past here, so this one I'm going to wait to bet. But I like Christopher Bell.
Yeah,
I like a little Bell.
Yeah, I mean, short flats. It just sucks because I remember 2 years ago you could get Bell at like any track for like plus 2,000, 20-1.
Yeah, 18.
Like he's like
Now he's going off favorite every week.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean it's the right pick for sure.
I kind of feeling the other one out of that bunch, Truex. I think Truex is going to have a good race, but I'm gonna wait and see. He has a tendency to qualify a little bit further back himself, so I just think got to the point in this next gen car, and as good as Highline's rankings are, I just like to see what the after practice is going to be instead of taking like maybe short numbers on guys that aren't going to change a whole lot. That's just how I'm starting to approach things. But I do like some Ross Chastain top 5 plus 350 on MGM.
Me too.
Nobody's talking about Chevrolet, and Ross has been pretty fast here in the next gen car. So he finished fourth in the spring last year.
He was 3rd last spring. Led 16
and he's actually
laps.
won some stages too in the other races, that he's been in. So I thought that was worth a shot considering I think he's going to qualify pretty damn good and that number is not going to be available after. So that's the way I went with him on that.
Yeah, I think in the last 5 races he has 3 top 7s. Hold on, I got it somewhere. Yeah, 4 top 7s in his last 5 weeks.
Yeah,
they're looking a lot better, I feel like, this year than they have in any of the years on a consistency. They've had a lot of speed everywhere, so I don't mind taking a shot on him at plus 350.
I like it too. He's got momentum.
The other guy,
that's what I like to see.
The guy I'll throw out real quick, and I know you had mentioned another Ford name, right? But I look at Brad Keselowski, and Rory, this is probably another one of the guys where you're like, God damn, he just keeps like, he kills you each week because you're like, man, I really thought he had that one. Or he's been so close for like 2 years now. But we saw what Buescher did at this track. RFK in general has been good at this track in the next gen era. It's really like been their bread and butter has been short flats, quite frankly. So, or short tracks in general, I guess, right? But yeah, I think Brad, it's right around 12. Maybe you could shop to 14 anywhere. It's really from 10 to 14 right now. I think he's going to have a good car, and it's just another week where, are we stupid for putting, some money on Brad, or are we going to be brilliant for finally cashing it? But I think no matter what, some of that prop stuff, right? Top 3, maybe top 4, top 5. I think you should definitely sprinkle some stuff on Brad because, of the Ford camp, I look at him, Buescher, and then Priest to be, 3 of the guys that you might want to sprinkle some prop stuff on.
I like
Priest definitely.
Yeah, I like Priest as well. But Keselowski, the last 2 races here, he's finished 10th and 6th. Last time out, Buescher won the race. Keselowski could have won that race.
Yeah.
Yeah. He led a lot of laps.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a good car. What ended up happening to him last year? I was on vacation driving back home.
Was it a long pit stop or something?
Yeah, something happened on pit road, if I'm not mistaken. I think I do remember going back and looking. I knew it was something that just didn't work out again. It seems like he's just been snake bitten. He's had races that he probably could have won, and it's just always something. So I don't mind Brad at all here. I think he's going to be good Sunday night.
Yeah, I like both of them. I like Buescher too. All right, you go ahead and talk about Ryan Priest. I like Ryan Priest too.
Hey, Rory, take Ryan Priest for me.
I fully agree with Auto Lotto when he put out earlier in the week, and I seen that they had put the top 10 market out and plus 400 top 10. I think that's a good play. Even sprinkling top 5 at plus 1,400, I think, or something like that. It may have dropped a little bit. I might have seen it at 1,200 now. I think any of those like Stewart Haas guys here, besides Noah Gregson, I wouldn't fool with him. But I think the other 3, you could take a shot at any of them if you wanted to take a long top 10, top 5 odds coming in. Especially, I think Priest and Briscoe are going to bring more qualifying value, I feel like, over the other ones. So you could kind of sit back and see what Barry does. But I like Briscoe too on Sunday night. I think he's got a good opportunity to get in the top 10.
Priest is the way better price. That's why I like him.
It is. Yeah.
He finished 5th here last year. I mean, he knows this track from when he raced modifieds back in the day. So,
yeah. The other one goes against that. It doesn't happen, right? But I saw an underdog Haas over Trackhouse at 50, and I get it. Like Ross, he probably will have the speed. He actually here in the next. He always doesn't finish where the car like he. So as much as I like Ross, I still have a fast car. I think like there's Suarez. I have no. So you basically 4-1 here at underdog. Where you got Briscoe, Barry, and maybe I kind of more Gregson, but Almirola put up a good. I like that. I think there's value in that. I get the high loss right now, but so this is a lost track. Let's not forget, Kevin Harvick won in the first year.
I mean, I did see you posted it out on Twitter, yeah. Yeah, I saw it. I feel the same way. I think Barry could do well. Briscoe as well. Yeah, I don't think Suarez is going to do anything.
No.
But I'm not a big Suarez fan anyway. So there's another Ford I like, and that's Ryan Blaney. And this is just because he's not good at this track. He does not have good track history here. I like Ryan Blaney because when the race starts in the day and ends at the night, he races much better. His team makes right adjustments to win those types of races.
Yeah.
So he's a guy I don't think he's going to qualify well, so you can wait for after practice and qualifying. But I think you could get a good number, maybe even top 10.
Yeah, I think Blaney could have a good night Sunday. He's definitely the best Ford, most consistent right now. I feel like on a week in, week out, doesn't matter what track it is. Seems like he's getting it done pretty much everywhere. I'm also fading Ryan Blaney though too in a group matchup on DraftKings, and this number has changed drastically now. I don't know how much I like Red Dog now at plus 205, but I got it earlier in the week at plus 270, and that's against Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott. I feel like the Toyotas, I'm like everybody else. The way they ran at Phoenix and the way he ran at Phoenix, I think it's going to translate to here. Same tire code. Yeah, I don't know about the plus 205 now. I'd have to wait and see now. I don't know how much that would really change going into the race if they keep that group up. So I think I'd just sit back and wait on it, but I had to get some at the plus 270.
I want to throw one more name out. And, Rory, to your point, right? Same tire code. We think that what we saw at Phoenix is probably going to translate to Richmond here. It's not apples to apples, but it's pretty darn close in some ways. I think out of the legacy camp. Oh, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
cool. I just see myself. Anyway, out of the legacy camp, John Hunter Nemechek for a top 10. It's right around plus 350. I think there's good value there. He's had a good start to the season. And if you remember, both Legacy Motor Club cars were pretty fast at Phoenix. Eric Jones was super fast, qualified well, had an issue early, and that kind of ended his race. But I feel like the camp and that team will bring some speed. Eric Jones, the track history here hasn't really been good. He's never had a top 10 here in Cup. So I'm going to go to the other guy, John Hunter Nemechek, who I think has had a pretty darn good start to the season. And I think, I don't know, something about him tells me that he's kind of this rejuvenation, this second chance at Cup is going to suit him well. I think he's with, like I said, a good team. So I think there's pretty good value there on a John Hunter Nemechek top 10. I really think you could bet the board on Toyotas for top 10. Some of those guys that are like underdog numbers, what we saw at Phoenix tells me they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. I like that. John Hunter. Do we like any of the Hendrick guys? I like Bowman just because of his momentum. He's been decent. Not high on Chase Elliott. The only reason I like Kyle Larson is because he was leading a bunch of laps last season here. He probably should have won the race.
Yeah. I mean, I'm out of all of them, I think I'm highest on Byron just because I think he's got three top fives. at least 2 top 5s, if not 3 top 5s in the next gen. He's been really good. So I kind of trust them. I trust them to qualify well, so he'll already be up front and have the track position, and his pit crew's good, so they ought to keep him up front all night unless something bad happens. Kyle, I like him as well. I mean, it's a really a hard race. I'm more excited about the live betting opportunities that we might see once we figure out what strategies everybody's on, if they're 3 stopping or 2 stopping the final stage. It can make numbers grow and catch the books off guard. So that's what I'm most curious about.
The strategy might be good for William Byron.
Yeah, it almost worked in the spring race here 2 years ago for him. I think he got passed by Hamlin with maybe 20, 15 laps to go. It seemed like Hamlin ran him down. He was on the 3rd stop where Byron and them took a chance. So still got a top 5 out of it. So it's, I don't know. Richmond just is such a unique place. Short track, you can get caught up in stuff, wrecked out. I don't want a whole lot going into this.
I think, and yeah, I think that's the play. I think there's going to be great value on some big name guys. Like honestly, if Denny Hamlin were to like slip up practice qualifying, even finish or starts like, let's say he starts like 17th, I'm still going to take him. Like normally, yeah, we talk about track position. It's key. Yeah, it sure is, obviously. But races like this, I really could care less in the end.
Well, the good thing about Richmond is you can pass versus Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix, you could not pass. I feel like you can pass at Richmond if your car is handling well. So,
for sure.
And Denny Hamlin has done that. So that's a good too. Go ahead, Dan.
I'm just saying, I'm waiting for you, see if you guys are got anybody else to talk about.
Anything else you like?
What was that? All right. Oh, all right. We'll move on here. I know. Right, Cape's happy to talk about this one. We're talking about a little fantasy minute. Well, before that, Johnny, I know you mentioned your fantasy thing earlier. You said it's one and done league. Does that just mean you can only use each driver once, or use a driver once?
Yeah. So basically, in the regular season, you only get to use a driver one time.
Okay.
You can make the playoffs, which is top 16. It follows the same format as NASCAR. Your picks reset, and then same thing though. You can only use that driver once. So it's been a lot of fun. It adds some strategy to it. It's sort of a different kind of one and done league because it's I guess accumulating points throughout the season. We've got playoffs, so it's a lot of fun. And Rye Cape, this dude came to play. The rookie came to play. I think he's the top rookie, to be honest.
No shit.
Sitting in third. Play.
Yeah, I'm doing top 5, I think. I don't know. I'm somewhere up there. But yeah, last week I used throwaway guy SVG.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who I'm going to use this week, but probably Denny Hamlin.
I did the same last
happens.
week in our one and done. Didn't do what I thought he was going to do.
Nah, me neither.
Yeah.
I definitely thought he'd be at least top 10.
That's the thing, is I get to see all the picks. So I was like, dang, like everybody's doing SVG. I can't fall within that trap. I think I'll take him at Chicago. That's probably when I'll take him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll see.
If I didn't use him there, that's where I would have used him.
I feel like a lot of times, though, with those follow-up races, like when a guy comes out of nowhere, does really good at one track, the next year he sucks for some reason. You're like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's why I'll use Austin Dillon for Chicago.
Oh God! What he finished? What he finished up here last year, didn't he? Top 5. I think.
He
Something
did all right.
He was battling with Justin.
Christopher Bell.
They were like 1-2, him and Haley.
Yeah, I'll use one of those characters.
All right, very good. All right, good, good. So we'll go here with the little best bets. This type, what's your best bet or best bets for this weekend? You can have more than one, but yeah, what the people are going to like key in on, like your best plays for the weekend. What do you like? We'll start with the resident expert here, Rye Cape. What do you like this weekend?
Yeah, so my favorite play is Christopher Bell to win. Again, wait till practice and qualifying. I think we get a better number. But yeah, I like Christopher Bell.
All right, Johnny, who do you like this weekend? What's your best bet?
I'm going to go back to it. I'll take it, Brad Keselowski. If you're not feeling it, fine. Take the winning team. Take RFK. But I feel like Brad Keselowski, the number you can get on him right now, but to Rye Cape's point, and Rory's been saying it as well, there's going to be guys that you're going to want to take after practice and qualifying. I think Brad is a guy you can take right now.
All right, and Rory, what do you like?
Well, I'm gonna go with Dennis Hamlin, top 3 plus 140. I'm going with somebody I trust that's gonna have a fast ass race car, and I think he wants to win this thing in his home state on Sunday night on Easter. So let's roll with a little Denny, cover up, get it early just in case he qualifies well. We'll have at least his top 3 price at plus money instead of minus, and go from there.
All right, all right.
What's his qualifying number at?
300 or something, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. It's not. Yeah, it ain't a whole lot. Plus 350. I'm on Byron Pole plus 500.
Okay.
But you mentioned earlier, Rory, about looking at live betting this race, seeing how strategies go and stuff like that. Just curious, like, do you put those out anywhere when you think about it? Do you put those on Twitter or is it
I put them out in the Discord.
in the Discord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in the paid portion, like
Okay.
Highlines, where all his rankings and all that is. I always put it out in the chat over there.
Okay. All right. Just curious.
They change so quick. If it doesn't change so fast, then usually I'll run up and put it out in the regular Discord as well. But I try to make sure I at least put it out in there first and then go to the other. But sometimes, man, them things I can take it and it changes as I'm typing.
Right. No, I know. I understand that. Yeah, it's like all sports. You got to get that good live number, and if you don't get it in right that second, all of a sudden it's gone. Yeah. I understand.
That's why I don't live bet, because I'm too slow to do it.
That's all I do all race. I'm sitting there looking at 2 or 3 books, watching, listening, I'm just looking at the numbers back and forth, and that's my favorite market.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ryan. I'm always too slow. Like on other sports, actually, I'm putting it in there, and it keeps saying, "Oh, odds change," and then by that time, it's too frustrating.
Yeah, then after you do that a couple of times, you're like, "Fuck this."
Exactly. Like,
this is a stupid bet anyway.
Like, I'm done. Probably gonna lose anyway.
They're helping me.
All right, so good. I'm gonna run around with you guys. You can tell just tell the people where they can find you. What you got going on, and things like that. And we'll start with my favorite redneck, or I don't know. You're close. You're close, Rory. You're close to old Texas Bob. I'm not sure which one's the number 1 spot, but you're getting up there. So
I'm getting up there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can put a few winners out on the show this week. Then I become the favorite.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, so Rory, where can the people find you? What do you got going on?
Everyone can find me on X at Rory Picks, and come check out the No Loop Data Discord. We have a lot of fun over there. There's a lot of short people in there too that they're always talking about something, whether it's F1, IndyCar, NASCAR. I mean, we talk about all kinds of things. You even bring up golf and other stuff in there. So, and just listening to Laying Coin should be every Friday morning now at 9 o'clock since Mark's too busy to edit. So we have somebody else doing our editing right now, and that's the target is 9 a.m. I think on Fridays. So check it out. We put out plays, talk about the race, break it down, and have a good time. You learn all kinds of things on Laying Coin.
All right, very good, very good. Johnny, this question: do you bet other sports besides NASCAR and racing?
Picks out. You wouldn't want them.
Yeah, well, all right. Hey, I think we all go through that. I think we all go through that at times.
It's like, yes, but no.
I gave out a players' championship pick. Will Zalatoris. I don't think he made the cut.
Yeah, I stay away from golf because that's usually my thing. But okay, but
man, we're all right.
But all right,
we had a good day in golf.
So Johnny, what do you got going on? Where can people find you?
For sure, yeah. So on X at JOTT_podcast for all my motorsports takes and betting cards. Post those. Usually on Sunday morning is when the final betting card comes out on X, and then Johnny on the Track on Action Network. Same thing. That's when the final betting card will come out. Johnny on the Track on YouTube. Do mostly the betting show, which goes live on Tuesday nights. But I put out some other stuff there as well if I'm feeling dangerous with some sort of a topic to throw out there. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've got a good little community that I see. It seems like I got to join that Highline Betting Discord there. So I'm gonna join that once we jump off here. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so most of my stuff is on X. Again, one more time, at JOTT_podcast. And as always, thanks for having me. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I can't wait to make some bread in the pockets this Sunday.
All right. Yep. Yeah. Hey, I'd like to have you on here, Johnny. And, anytime, just hit up Bry Cape. He's like, he takes care of all that. I just sit here and.
Oh, he takes care. This is the man.
He takes care of all the guests and stuff. I just sit here and do my little diatribes here, and I said I made the mistake of saying to Rory, you can come on whenever you want, and I can't get rid of him. But
hey, we got Formula One next week. You'll be
right.
Excited. Maybe I'll have you some Formula One.
All right, there
we
go. There we go. All right, I'm looking forward to it.
I hit Lando Norris podium last race. Yeah, I got it before qualifying at plus 340.
Wow.
And then Max decided to help us out, and brakes caught on fire. And next thing you know, cash that.
Yep. All right. Very good.
What's that, an Indy? Or that's F1? I don't know.
F1. All right. So, that's the one thing I do know. But that's what happens when you live in Southeast Asia for 16 years. You don't get a lot of NASCAR, but you get F1 every week. So. All right. So, Ryan, I know you do everything. I know I've seen you've been on some nice runs here lately. I know baseball season started today. So tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on.
Yeah, fortunately for me, I only had one baseball play because it didn't start well for me. But yeah, you can find me at RyCape on all social media. My free picks you can find on pickadvisor.com. I put all my stuff in the Insiders Room Discord. As Dan said, I am doing really well in college basketball. NHL I'm doing great at. I post some golf plays. I post some NASCAR plays all over the place. You want my premium plays? Go to insidersroom.com.
All right.
No show next week. Rye won't be in shape.
No problem.
Atlantic City.
What? You plan on eating a lot?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
All right. Well, thanks, Ryan. Yeah. Baseball season has started. Mate, here's the thing about baseball. I'm gonna go a little bit off topic here. We're talking about just by betting baseball. Just remember, it's a long grind. It's a long season. Like today, I started out 5-0, and I'm not even that's just a one-off. And to be honest, last year I was like 2 months into the season, I was about 70 units down. I ended up in plus money last season, but I had to have, had to go on a heck of a run. So don't get buried early in baseball because it's a long, long season. My goal is to do well in the rest of the sports so I can take the summer off and I have to worry about it. But I am not there yet. So, but again, I want to thank you guys a lot. Johnny, again, thanks a lot. Always different perspectives. I always like that. We get new guests on with different ideas, different looks at things. Like I said, anytime you're welcome. Rory, you're always welcome because you're not more fun to have to take the piss out of than Johnny. Not Johnny, but Joey. He's too
Joey,
easy.
Johnny, Made.
Joey's too easy. He's too easy. He makes it too easy. And Ryan, thanks a lot again for doing everything that you do behind the scenes. So Ryan, I'm gonna let you close the show out as you always do.
Yeah. So again, no show next week. I guess we'll be back for Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? I think it's Texas.
Last time at Texas.
But either way, make sure you follow at Rory Picks, Johnny on the track, and let's cash some tickets.
All right, thanks a lot, guys, and